Africa, a continent cloaked in mysticism. Professed to be the dark jewel of the global village. And on her most southern tip, the people move to the beat of a different drum. A jovial nation in sync with the earth and her innate treasures. European researchers can access South Africa's assets through research and innovation programs and exploit their individual capacities collaboratively in an attempt to generate new knowledge related to fields of mutual interest.
We have the southern skies, so astronomy is a geographical advantage. As you're aware, we have the Southern African Large Telescope where research is conducted. And we are more recently bidding for the Square Kilometre Array project. We also have the Southern Oceans, where a number of expeditions that take place in Marion Island are launched from South Africa. We also have paleosciences, and South Africa is known as a cradle of humankind, as you can see from our recent fossil finds. We also have a huge biodiversity in terms of our flora and fauna. So South Africa, in general terms, as a location to do research, is attractive not just to Europe, but to the rest of the world.
Opportunities in research fields of international dimensions arise from research collaboration based on the availability and attractiveness of the programs. The project ensures that researchers are aware of research collaboration between Europe and South Africa by providing useful feedback to the South African-European Union Joint Science and Technology Committee.
Saccess is a project funded by the European Commission's Directorate General for Research under the 7th Framework Programme. It consists of a consortium of 5 partners, Help Forward Forth from Greece that coordinates the project, IRD from France, APRE from Italy, Vinnova from Sweden, and of course DST from South Africa.
One of the things we've realized is the best science development comes out of collaboration, and that international collaboration is absolutely important. And South Africa wouldn't be beginning today. We collaborated with the NASA scientists and astronomers many years ago, so we've got an established tradition.
DST is a major partner in the project to market South African research and innovation programs in Europe and to tell Europeans about programs that they can participate in South Africa. And so, as DST, we see this project as an opportunity for us to reciprocate what we have been getting from collaborating with Europe over the years.
The NRF manages 7 such facilities that can be clustered into 3 different types. The first being the nuclear cluster, the second being the astronomy and geosciences cluster, and the third being the biodiversity, conservation and environmental observation cluster.
Itemba Labs focuses on increased training, human resource development, international collaborations, especially with Africa, and the science and technology profile of South Africa. The South African Astronomical Observatory is the national centre for optical and infrared astronomy in South Africa. Its prime function is to conduct fundamental research in astronomy and astrophysics by providing a world-class facility and by promoting astronomy and astrophysics. Through devising a vastly superior spherical aberration corrector and a variety of other innovations, SAAO has contributed to the high technology content of the Southern African Large Telescope.
SALT has been designed to work at very short wavelengths, whereas these days there's a tendency to work at longer wavelengths in the infrared. We're specifically concentrating in an area down to the atmospheric cutoff in the ultraviolet, which is fairly unique in telescopes in general, and in particular large telescopes.
South Africa views biodiversity not only in plants and animals, but also in the economy and the lives of people at community level. This falls in line with current debates in South Africa, where matters of biodiversity have shifted beyond the sphere of conservation to include wider issues such as politics, economics, and culture. Researchers in the field discuss the many ways in which conservation can contribute to economic growth. South Africa's National Zoological Gardens comply to the criteria of a national research facility. It generates projects on fundamental and applied research, data gathering through information analysis and technology development.
When we work in South Africa, we know that we can work in regional programs, and our research can have impact not only in South Africa but also in the neighboring countries.
Of course, there are a number of collaborations that take place at the higher education institution levels. We have 23 universities in South Africa, and a number of researchers collaborate with their European counterparts on a project-by-project basis.
So we have direct bilateral projects with partners within the European Union. I mentioned ZSW, which is Solar Hydrogen Research Grouping. We do work with them on fuel cells, and we basically have lined up 2-year projects where we build things together, and we do exchange of research, and of knowledge in the projects themselves.
As I say, when I arrived here from Italy, I was very pleasantly surprised by the quality of the facilities that are available, not only in the university but in the different research centers. So I really think that there is a lot of opportunities in the country now to establish a very important collaboration and research activity with Europe.
5-axis machining is ever increasing. It's been around for a number of years, probably over a decade, maybe even a decade and a half. But due to the high amount of students that we have in this industry, we can focus on different parts of the research, and we can more in detail research specific areas to do with this type of project.
I think what is very appealing as well is that the change that we can make in a country like South Africa or other African countries is so much more than what you can do overseas. Because the developed world has so many facilities already, the added value of your research is less than the added value in Africa.
South Africa has very good capability in research and development facilities. We have universities that are performing very well in research, excellent science councils with good records. But what we need to do is lift this good performance to greater heights. And we also believe that we need to add an edge, which is innovation.
There is a large number of info days that target European researchers, and there's a database within our website which includes all the existing opportunities.
As these synergies mature, the evolution of continental knowledge pledges to become constant and to conduct fundamental research, thereby providing world-class facilities for the sustainable development of the African gem.